This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Because Donald Trump cannot keep his mouth shut, he is so undisciplined, he cannot take the advice of experts or even his own legal counsel that he himself hired. He hires them because of their expertise and then jettisons their advice, does not take it. He stands on a stage just hours after a verdict in a case that found him liable for sexual abuse and goes on stage and does the exact same thing that caused the judgment to fall against him in the first place. He defamed E Jean Carroll once again. And she has now gone to the court and is asking for greater damages in a kind of a reopening of the case. I'm going to read a little bit from this New York Times article, and I'm going to play the clip to show you exactly what took place during that town hall. Here's the headline from the New York Times. E Jean Carroll seeks new damages from Trump for comments on CNN. The former, once again, the ex-president's repeated denials that he sexually abused Miss Carroll show the depth of his malice and merit heavy damages, her lawyer wrote. E Jean Carroll, who this month won $5 million in damages from ex-president Donald Trump, is now seeking a very substantial, quote-unquote, additional amount in response to his insults on a CNN program just a day after she won her sexual abuse case and defamation case. Ms. Carroll's filing Monday in Manhattan federal court seeks to intensify the financial pain for Mr. Trump. The jury in her civil case found him liable on May 9th for sexual abuse and defamation. It ordered him to pay Ms. Carroll, a former advice columnist and fixture in Manhattan's media circles, $2 million for the sexual abuse and $3 million for the defamation. Monday's filing came in a separate defamation lawsuit that Ms. Carroll filed in 2019 against Mr. Trump, 76, which is before the same judge who presided in the civil trial. That case stemmed from comments Mr. Trump made that year shortly after Ms. Carroll said that he had raped her in a Manhattan department store dressing room in the mid-90s. The suit has been sidetracked by appeals and is still pending. In a separate letter to the judge, Ms. Carroll's lawyer, Roberta Kaplan, revealed with little elaboration that Mr. Trump has threatened to sue Ms. Carroll in retaliation and possibly to seek sanctions. And then this final paragraph here before I get to the clip. On May 10th, Mr. Trump, who is seeking to regain the presidency, went on CNN and echoed his earlier denials, calling Miss Carroll's account fake and a made-up story, despite a photograph showing them together. He claimed again that he had never met Miss Carroll, 79, called her a whack job, and said the civil trial was a rigged deal. What is interesting about that, and then I'll get to the clip here, is he's claiming he doesn't know her, he's never met her, he has no idea who she is, yet he is intimately familiar with her ex-husband, knows his job, talks about what a great guy he is. So those two things don't just add up. But here is Donald Trump once again doing what we've become accustomed to watching him do, which is not take the advice of experts and talk out of turn even to his own detriment.
They said he didn't rape her. And I didn't do anything else either. You know what? Because I have no idea who the hell she is.
But Mr. President,
I don't know who this woman is. They said, sir, don't do it. This is a fake story, and you don't want to give it credibility. That's why I didn't go.
One thing you did do in this.
And I swear, and I've never done that, and I swear to, I have no idea who the hell, she's a whack job.
Yeah. I mean, it is the height of ignorance and stupidity to act as though you are beyond consequence, which really is it's the marker for who Donald Trump is and who he has been for his entire life. He has gone consequence-free year after year, decade after decade, for really his entire life. His way of sneaking out of the draft to not serve his country, all of this really is emblematic of who he is. Now, What does this filing mean? Well, the New York Times goes on here. Monday's court filing argues Mr. Trump's statements show the depth of his malice toward Carroll, since it is hard to imagine defamatory conduct that could possibly be more motivated by hatred, ill will, or spite. Quote, this conduct supports a very substantial punitive damages award in Carroll's favor, both to punish Trump, to deter him from engaging in further defamation, and to deter others from doing the same, the filing said. You see, what is it that motivates Donald Trump? Money, and on the other side of that coin, the loss of money. So if they stick him hard with a financial ruling, maybe, just maybe, I doubt it, but maybe he will answer. He will start acting correctly and stop defaming this woman who has already had a judgment issued on her behalf. Two more paragraphs here. Ms. Carroll's lawyer, Ms. Kaplan, said in an interview Monday that Mr. Trump's statements on CNN made pursuing the pending defamation lawsuit all the more important. She said, it makes a mockery of the jury verdict and our justice system if he can just keep on repeating the same defamatory statements over and over again. And that is why the judge in this case needs to amp up the what's at risk here. Amp up the consequence for Donald Trump. It's not a criminal trial, so it's not going to result in jail time for Donald Trump, but it certainly needs to result in a monetary slap on the wrist that is not just a slap on the wrist, that there is a sting to it. It's going to make him think twice before he opens up that hole underneath his nose and defames this victim. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think. You can call. Leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. I would love to hear from you. We can also just mix it up in the comments. That works to help game the algorithm. And on that note, I am on a drive to 500,000 subscribers right now, hopefully before the end of the year. If you can help, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you don't know somebody who's subscribed, or if you know somebody who's not subscribed, you know what to do. If you want to help support my work, help produce my videos, you can click the join button below, become a channel member for $1.99 a month. You can click the super thanks button and give an immediate support, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. Both those are fantastic. All those are great ways to help support what I do here. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore just about everywhere. I love you guys. I appreciate you very much for your engagement and your concern, your passion for the country and making the world we live in a better place. I'll see you next time. Until I do, as always, be genuine. Take care of one another.